In this video, I'll show you how you can solve the problem of Challenge-9 using Power Query input. I already solved this problem using Excel 365 dynamic array formulas. The video is available on my YouTube. If you want, you can watch later. Now I will explain the problem. So let's switch to my screen. You can see I have a table with 4 columns. The first column contains date. Second column contains outlet code, where I sold different type of products. The third column represents different type of products that I sold. And the fourth column contains volume. On 3rd November, I sold 3 different kinds of products to this outlet. And I recorded this sale in one memo. So the memo count will be 1. Again, on 4th November, I sold 2 products to this same outlet. So obviously, this sale will be recorded again in one memo. And on 5th November, I sold 1 product to the same outlet and the memo will be 1. So the final cumulative memo count will be 3 for this outlet. In this way, I will find the cumulative memo counts for the other outlet. To solve this problem, I will be using the same approach that I applied in Excel 365 dynamic array formula solution. I will generate a group serial number. You can see for this record, the serial number will be 1, 2, 3. Again, the serial number will start for the date of 4th November and the serial number will be 1 and 2. And the serial number will start again on 5th November and the number will be 1. And in this way, I will also generate the serial number for the other outlet. To create the serial number, I will use GroupBy function. First, I will select these 2 columns. The first column is order date and the second column is outlet code. Now I will click on GroupBy. The criteria column I have already selected. In the operation, I will select all rows for now. If I hit OK, you can see I have a new column and in each cell I have a subtable. If I click on this side, this is the subtable for this outlet for the 3rd November. If I click on this side, you can see this is the subtable for the same outlet of 4th November. Now I will create a new column for the group serial number. If you look at this code, you can see this is the data type for each column. If I delete this portion, my code will not break and the result will be same if I hit OK. If I click on this side, you can see I have the same result. Now I will use a function which is add index column, which is table.add index column. The first argument is table as a table. I have already the subtable and this underscore refers each subtable, comma. The second argument is new column name, which is actually asking for a new column. So the new column will be serial number, comma. And the third argument is initial value. The initial value will be 1. And the fourth argument is increment. So the increment will be 1. If I close the bracket and hit OK, if I click on this side, you can see I have a new column for the group serial number. Now I will remove these 2 columns and will keep only this column. So I will call this column name, which is count, and it will return a list, but I need the table. So again, I will use square bracket to enclose the column. If I hit OK, now I will get table. Now I will click on this expand icon and I will uncheck this option, use original column name as a prefix. If I hit OK, I will get the all columns. From the serial number, I will filter only the value 1. Now I will use GroupBy function again to return my result. The criteria will be my outlet code. So first result column will be memo count and the operation will be count rows. I will click on this advanced option and click on add aggregation and second column name will be volume. And here I will select sum and the column will be volume. If I hit OK, and this is my expected result. To solve the problem, I have taken 4 steps. I can solve this problem by taking only 2 steps. So I will duplicate this table. Now I will remove all the steps, delete until end. Here I will use the Table.SelectRows function to select the first value of each record. So I will click on add column and click on custom column. The formula will be select_rows, which is Table.SelectRows. So the first argument is table as a table. So I will call my table, which is actually my previous step source. and that contains the table. And the second argument is condition as a function. Here I will write my function. Instead of writing each, I will declare a row variable name. I'll write the variable name in the round bracket. To write the function, I will use rocket sign. So I'll compare the inner column with this outer column. Inside table column, which is order date, equal this outside table, which is order date. As there are two criteria, so I will use AND function. Again, I will compare the outlet code with this outside outlet code. If I close the bracket and hit OK, now you can see it will return a table. If I click on this side, you can see this is my unique record and I will return this first value. Now I will call the volume column. So I'll write the column name in square bracket. Here I will write the column name, which is volume. If I hit OK, it will return a list. Now I will call this first item. So I'll write the 0 in the curly bracket and it will return the first item. And we know Power Query index number starts with 0. If I press enter, now I have the first value of each record. Now I will compare this value with this value. So I will use equal sign and write the column name in square bracket and the column name is volume. If I hit OK, it will return true or false. Now I will select the true value. So I will use the table.selectRows function instead of table.addColumn. I will remove this function. Here I will use table.selectRows. And table.selectRows function actually passes two arguments. So I will delete this value, which is column name. If I hit OK, so you can see I have only the first value of each unique record. Now I will use the GroupBy function to return my result. So I will click on Home tab and click on GroupBy. Again, the column name will be memo count and the operation will be count rows. I will click on Advanced and click on Add Aggregation, and the second column name will be volume and the operation will be sum and the column will be volume. If I click on OK, and this is my expected result. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you like this solution. In the next video, you will get the solution of challenge 10 using Excel 365 dynamic array formulas. See you then. Bye-bye.